I think my body had just taken what I could. I couldn't have carried on like that.
And we're very, very thankful for our organ donors and their families for having agreed to save people's lives.
This year's Organ Donation Week runs from the 22nd to the 28th of September. Over 8,000 people across the UK, including many of our own communities in Bradford, are waiting for life-saving organ transplants. But donor and transplant figures have sadly fallen in recent years. It only takes 2 minutes to join the NHS organ donor register, and just a single organ donor can save up to 9 lives. So this week, I am pleased to revisit some of the remarkable stories of living donors and recipients here in Bradford, as well as hear from Razli Igasan, specialist nurse for organ donation, about the need for more donors after death, particularly from Black, Asian and minority ethnic communities.
So my name is Shakur Ahmed and I'm the Managing Director of My Lahore. I've come from a close-knit family where all our siblings would play together. I remember Maroof before he had the kidney issue, but he was very strong, very clever. Even at school, he was very sharp, very gifted and very talented. In the early years, we weren't really aware of what the severity of the illness. We were just like, oh, he's ill in hospital, he's just gone in for something and he'll be back soon.
When I was in my 20s, because my father already had polycystic kidney disease, and we were told it was genetic, I was advised to be tested, and they discovered that I did have polycystic kidney disease. And my kidney function was deteriorating, but slowly. And it was only when I got much older, needed to go on dialysis.
I've been on dialysis for 2 decades. It was extremely painful when I would scream, and I still remember shock holding my right arm, so I didn't pull the needles out. It got to a point when I think my body had just taken what I could. I couldn't have carried on like that.
We were hitting the wire really, in the sense that Julie's kidney function was down to 6 or 5%, wasn't it?
We really didn't think that it would happen.
No, we didn't.
When I said that, look, there's got to be a solution, and they were like, the only solution is a transplant. But at that time, Maroof was too worried about what implications it would have on me, and he didn't accept it.
I thought, my life's gone anyway. I didn't want to jeopardize his life in any form.
So I didn't tell him, I just contacted the doctor directly myself. The amount of tests I probably went through, it was like a full MOT. And even then he was hesitant. So I really had to get my dad, my mom, my rest of my family. We kind of all ganged up on him. But for me, that's the best thing he's done for me, because it actually took me out of my misery.
I always knew that if it was possible, I would give Julie one of my kidneys.
You were tested, and unfortunately, it came back to say that you were not a match.
There's a national scheme, and they deal with the whole scenario of kidney donations. And what they do is get all information. They then allocate compatible kidneys throughout Great Britain. It was a no-brainer.
I went into hospital. It was actually a very quick process. Before I knew it, I'm back out. But the first thing that came to my mind was straight, has it worked?
Quality of my life increased, and it was a new life. I could eat and drink whatever I wanted. I was a totally different person. Well, he's not only given me life, he's given my wife a life, he's also given my kids a life. What he's done is something that I couldn't repay, even if I gave my own life to him.
Having him at home has been a massive blessing and really nice for the rest of the family.
Brian was in the garden, so I called him in. A donor had been found.
We had a bit of a wait, didn't we? They kind of got Julie back.
Everything revolves around our grandchildren really now. I can't think of anything that I can't do if I wanted to.
If you want to really, really do something and change somebody's life, go and have a word with the renal team. I just hope that whoever got mine, they're in a good life.
Since I've had my operation, I completely forget that I've got one kidney unless somebody mentions it, which has then made me register myself as a donor if I pass away for my organs to be used.
I discuss organ donation decisions with families on intensive care unit who unfortunately their loved ones have died. So it's a very sensitive conversation around end-of-life care and about decision to help others as organ donors. There are many reasons why families would decline organ donation, but mainly it's a lack of understanding. Within the Bradford community, around 60% of the families from these communities would decline organ donation. A third of the waiting transplant list is from the Black, Asian and minority ethnic groups. Black, Asian and minority ethnic patients do better and have better transplant outcomes if their donors come from the same ethnic background. So what we are encouraging everyone to do is to sign on the organ donor register. And we're very, very thankful for our organ donors and their families for having agreed to save people's lives.